You are now chopping it up with the Nerd Barbershop Podcast.
Thank you.
The summer will be heating up before you know it, but your drinks, they don't have to. You can chill out with The Frozen Pour, an anthology of slushy recipes from author Taryn Williams, available on Lulu.com. The Frozen Pour is your guide to icy, flavorful cocktails that'll turn any moment into a celebration. Whether you're unwinding after a long day or hosting the party of the season, there's a slushie for every occasion. They're simple to make, delicious to sip, and cooler than your average cocktail. Why settle for the ordinary when you can pour frozen perfection? The Frozen Pour, an anthology of slushy recipes from author Taryn Williams, is available right now on Lulu.com. Order your copy today and raise a frosty glass of unforgettable flavors.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerd Barbershop Podcast. I'm Taryn Williams. Thank you so much for clicking on the episode of the podcast and hanging out with me for a little bit. Also, if this is your first time seeing me in person, hello. There's a little bit different. I was wondering, what could I do to kind of improve the podcast, maybe take the podcast to another level, a new level, things like that. And then I was thinking, well, I could just show my face, start doing video podcasts. My last podcast episode I did about my birthday trip to Hawaii was kind of the first one that's like a video, quote unquote, that I put on Spycast. It's just basically like a slideshow. I did that. I know Spotify was like, oh, hey, if you do more videos, you might get more tracks and things like that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So what'll be the next kind of evolution of that? Well, me, using my webcam and just talking direct to the camera, talking to you guys. So this podcast is going to be a little bit different. I got some other themed podcasts, some other topics I want to talk about. But this one's just a little bit different. There's some stuff that's been on my mind. I just wanted to kind of use this platform to kind of just figure out a little bit on those things. And some of them come with age, so maybe a little bit older. And probably some other people that are probably my age and close to it can relate to some of it. Some of it's just I don't know. I just feel like I'm so close to living the life that I've dreamed about, it's on my fingertips, where I can feel it, I can sense it, I can feel it, but I'm just not quite there yet. I'm still just trying to figure that out, and then go through this idea of my potential and legacy and what am I chasing, all these different things. And some of it comes from me personally having big dreams and big goals, big aspirations. I've always been a dreamer and a visionary, which is a gift and a curse. It's really cool to kind of have aspirations, but also it can be lonely at the same time where you're trying to explain that to people and people don't quite see it. But I'm also very blessed that, one of my keys to kind of putting it all in perspective is, my relationship with God. So I would always say and encourage you that if you don't have a relationship with God, work on that, get that first, make that a priority. And because it just helps you out so much. It just gives you a sense of clarity, a sense of when things are not going your way, you always have this anchor and this rock and this spiritual connection that will always keep you grounded, keep you moving forward. So I will advise everyone, get a relationship with God, get a relationship with Jesus Christ, and just put that as your foundation. Because no matter what else you build on it, things will friends will come and go, dreams will crumble, but your relationship with God will never crumble. So always make that your foundation. And that's gonna be my PSA for today, this episode. But yeah, just kind of just grinding and just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. The podcast has been doing well. I want to expand on that. The YouTube channel has done well, but kind of a little stagnant. I got some other stuff I want to do with that. And just chasing a lot of things, chasing a lot of goals and ambitions, and, sometimes feeling stuck and sometimes feeling like it's not good enough, but also realizing no one has also done what I've done. And kind of people have YouTube channels, but people don't quite have a YouTube channel and a podcast and an ebook and working on a catering business and, your social life and your work life to pay the bills and your home life and just kind of all those things. We all have these different combinations of things in our lives, and no one's quite doing it like you're doing it. So you're kind of paving your own way regardless. Even if there are other people that maybe have YouTube channels and podcasts, but they might have to do the same topics or going through the same technological issues, or just just it's a little bit different. We might do the same thing, but we don't do the same thing the same way. And just kind of dealing with all of that, and dealing with just kind of growing the brand and growing a business and working on that and trying to get the catering business up and running. It's just been a lot of pieces, but but your potential is something that's so special. In having the potential, knowing you have the potential, is really empowering because you can see it. Because no one knows you better than you. And so I will always tell anyone to, like, whatever your goals are, whatever you're passionate about, pursue it. Pursue it endlessly, pursue it recklessly, pursue it with a reckless abandon type of faith, because you never know where you might end up. Like, you might not even you might go beyond what your dreams are because you just pursued it so much. So never stop, don't stop. I've had plenty of times where I wanted to stop. I've had plenty of times where I've thought about quitting, and I had times, like, especially in college, where I was doing my first couple of culinary classes and it just wasn't working, and I just was like, fuck this. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, this is hard, and I couldn't quite get it. And I'm so happy that I grinded through that, because those classes in college were actually some of the harder things that I've done, that when I actually got paid to do some stuff I've done in the kitchen has been so much easier. So I'm very blessed for that experience. And like, take your challenges head on. Take the rough spots, take the discomfort, head on. Because a lot of times what you want is on the other side of discomfort. And I think I see, like, so many posts that are like, a lot of people quit right before their breakthrough. And where you might be tomorrow could be the breakthrough, or 30 seconds from now, or an hour from now, and you quit right before then. And I was just like, man, like, I couldn't do that. I just feel like, even though it's been, the grind and the climb has been so hard, but it's just like that feeling of knowing you were so close and you just stopped. You don't know where you could have gotten. It's like, it keeps pushing me forward. So, just like, keep following your potential, keep following your dreams, grind, run through that wall. Like, I believe in you, just keep doing it. It seems, greatness is lonely, success can be lonely, climb to the top can be lonely, but at the end of the day, like, I think I saw a quote that was like, you climb the top of one mountain, but that's just the top of one mountain is just the start of another mountain. And you just kind of keep going, you keep stacking. So, keep chasing those things. We live in a world where social media will tell you, like, you're not good enough, or you don't have this, or you don't have that. Forget all of that. Just kind of be you, follow you, like, whatever, like, your life, your life better than anybody else. And, chase your goals and be satisfied, and chase your happiness, whatever that may be. And, a lot of people aren't happy. They try to fake it. They try to crop out pictures and do all these things, and do all this editing and on social media and Facebook and stuff like that. Kind of preserve this idea of happiness, quote unquote, but a lot of people aren't really happy. And if you are genuinely happy in real life, no one can take that away from you. No one can take away, your happiness. No one can take away your joy. And just always, like, keep those things instilled in you. Because life is hard. Life is rough. But things can come at you. Life throws a lot of curveballs, a lot of high heat. It'd be a 200-mile-an-hour fastball coming at your face. And life doesn't care. But if you keep going, if you're passionate about it, if you believe in it and you believe in what you're doing, you'll figure it out. I didn't, for the longest time, people told me that my concept, like food and gaming, wouldn't work on YouTube because it's two different concepts. People won't understand it, the algorithm and analytics and blah and blah and blah. And I hit 500 subscribers. I'm a little under 500 subscribers now, but I can get I'm halfway to that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I get watch time, I get views, and I get comments every now and then, and it worked. It took a while, probably took a lot longer than what some other people might have done, but it worked. The podcast has over like 2,500 listens, across all the different platforms. I have 4 million views on my Google Maps profile page, which is insane. I just kind of was doing that, just kind of fun here and there, but people like it. People are looking at, my reviews and pictures and, leaving reactions and stuff like that. And it's helping people decide where they want to eat or where they want to go, some places that they might want to check out, which is really cool. So, always post your content, even if it's not the best. I think I saw a post a couple of months ago that was like, some people, they post stuff, they aren't as talented as you, but they don't have the fear to post it. And you're scared to post it. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you just gotta post it. It might not even be the best, but you never know what that might do, or what that might, the snowball effect, the domino effect, what you might post, what it might do, who might see it, or might lead you to, just like, and just the comfort of posting. So, so believe in your dreams, like, push it forward, make the song, write the poetry, write the book, do the album, start DJing, take pictures, do the makeup, cook the food, whatever it is, whatever your thing is, do your thing and pursue it endlessly, and pursue it with such a passion, and it'll figure itself out, because life is short. Life is short. You can close your eyes tonight and it can all be over. So why not just pursue your dreams with a reckless abandon and making sure that God's your foundation and God will never lead you wrong. Because your path is your path and what's meant for you is for you. And no one can ever take that from you. So if you don't get anything else out of this video, remember what is for you is for you. And no door will close it, no window will close it, nothing can stop it, nothing can hold you against it, nothing can change you from it. Like, it will find you and you will get to it, and nothing in this world will ever stop it. So that's the PS for the end of this episode. So thank you so much for supporting me right here on the Nerd Barbershop Podcast. Again, we'll see how this one goes. If this one does really well, maybe I'll do more. Maybe the podcast format will change and it'll be more of me talking to the webcam, and I'll have some fun stuff to it as well. So we'll see how that goes. But thanks so much for supporting the podcast, the YouTube channel. The ebook is still out there. Check that out. The Frozen Pour, an anthology of slushy recipes. I was writing my own book. Check that out. I'll throw a link. It's on YouTube on the Linktree page. I'm still working on the business. The business Instagram page is still around. Gotta do some more stuff for that. But thank you so much for all the projects that I've done. Thank you so much for just supporting and clicking and liking and sharing. And if you take 30 seconds, 3 minutes, an hour, whatever you do, I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Always and forever, slicing, dicing, gaming. Not just a motto, it's a lifestyle. I'll see you in this video. Later.